Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome on back to the single player world. I've just finished reading and replying to all of your guys' comments from the first episode, and I just want to say thank you for all of that, all the support, all the feedback, all the likes and the nice things you said. I really do appreciate it, but I'll catch you up real quick in case you did miss that first episode. So pretty much we did the usual thing you do when you make a new world of mining and gearing up a little bit, but the main thing that we did in the episode was build our house here, which is a combination of my house downstairs and then upstairs is actually where a colony of bees live. So I'll just show you here real quick. This is where I live. We're going to be expanding on this a little bit today, which we'll get to in just a second. But then up here is where all of the bees reside, and I've been breeding them up a little bit in between episodes, so we've got a few more buzzing around the place now, and yeah, they're still struggling with pathfinding a little bit. After looking through all of your suggestions, I've decided on a name for this guy right here. We are going to call him Sting, which was a suggestion from Wizard808, and I thought that was really clever considering we've got all of the bees flying around the place. So yeah, this guy is called Sting now. I don't currently have a name tag to give him, but as soon as I get one, we'll be sure to slap it on him. It's only episode 2 and I feel as though I'm already running out of storage over here. All of these barrels are filling up kind of quickly, and soon enough I will reach maximum capacity, and I think I should tackle this before it becomes a bigger problem. I can only make this stack of barrels go so high, so I think what we're going to do today is focus on building a storage room, which we're actually going to do underground, and I think I'd like to do some sort of redstone trickery to make a seamless entrance. Not too sure how it's going to go. I think I'm going to have to hop into a creative world first of all and figure things out, but yeah, if I can make it hidden, then that would be kind of cool, honestly. How hard could it be to find a slime? That's all I need. One single slime ball. Please. Of course, it had to be a baby, surrounded by a million zombies. I always feel bad for killing these things, but I need a slime ball, so thank you. And oh, the zombie picked up. This is not good. Death by eggs, all of you. Oh, I'm dying here. Let's be careful. Need to retreat a second. You. I need what is in your hand right now, so try and be quick about this, yes? And none of your friends pick it up once you're dead? Seems to have worked. Where's my slime ball? There we go. Okay, retreat back to the house. Redstone supplies in hand. I think I have it memorized what I need to place down, so I've laid out a little area for myself here, so we can start by placing... I've forgotten already. I think it's a repeater, then another repeater. No, that's not right. I think it's a redstone, then 2 repeaters on full delay, and then I think we need another redstone, then I think a torch here, then another repeater here on full delay, 2 redstone, and then I think this is where our piston goes. I'm going to get crushed in the head if I stand there. Okay, and then we can just hop back up here, place our logs back down. We'll do that one facing that way, that one facing that way, and then if we step on our pressure plate here, which is meant to be part of the furnaces here, so it, you know, secret, hidden and all, it should... Yes, it works and stays open long enough for me to hop down. Now, is that the most efficient and productive and best way of doing it? Probably not, but it works, and that's all that really matters to me. So I think for the time being, I'm just going to put a ladder in place. This is pretty scary, digging straight down, but only got 1 block left to go. Should be okay. Yep, we're good. I think I'm just going to do a ladder temporarily, and we'll do something fancier once we actually get everything built down here. I just realized I have no way up. Okay, that has put a big spanner in the works. I don't know how to do that. I should be able to link up a button somehow, right? But I think for the meantime, I'm just going to break that block and we can add something in later on. Okay, turns out I'm stuck here forever. Okay, let's just place that back. This is where we live now. This is home. It's cozy. Finally, I have managed to escape my own trap, and I've been thinking I should be able to wire up a slime block launcher and a way to retract this piston here all within the same push of a button. I'm fairly confident I should be able to work my way around doing that, so I think what I'm going to do now is actually dig out the whole area down here. It's going to be a fairly large area, and considering I'm doing this all with iron tools, I'm probably going to be down here a while. Just over an hour later, I've got all of these resources and I'm left with a slightly underwhelming haul, to be honest with you. Give me an efficiency 5 pickaxe with haste 2 and this is a 5-minute job, but because we're using iron tools, it's taken a little while, but we got it done in the end. I went a bit bigger than I needed to just to be on the safe side, and we can start building this up very shortly. I just actually need to find a way to get out of here before we can do that. So I believe a slime block launcher can take you up 5 blocks. I'm just going to test that here before I start actually placing some permanent blocks. So place a button down and let's see how high we actually go. Okay, it might be 6 blocks. So we can actually afford to go down an extra block here, and then that should be a bit of a smoother way of doing so. If we just lower our button down as well. Can I place it on the... I don't know if I can place it on the side block. I don't know how redstone works. Get rid of that block there so it doesn't drag it up. And then we should, when this block's actually in place permanently, have a nice little swoosh upwards, which, yeah, I think that's quite nice. Are you ready to see the best redstone contraption you have ever laid your eyes on? I hope not, because it's definitely not this, but I'm still pretty proud of it for my capabilities. So here we go, we can press the button, that retracts. Cut that bit out. Cut that bit out. Best redstone contraption ever. Press button. Woo! Up we go. And yeah, we're up here. Clean as a whistle, kind of. And I definitely can't say that about the redstone. Not going to be showing you how that's laid out because, to be quite frank, it's honestly disgusting to look at. It's very messy, but it's hidden away so it doesn't matter. Press that to go down, and yeah, we're back here again. I think it's just going to have to be a case of practicing going up here nice and smoothly. We can now start laying out the whole of the room here. So pretty much it's going to be a 5-wide tunnel split up into multiple sections. So if we just place our first 2 blocks down here and here, that's giving us our 5-wide thing. And the first section here is pretty much going to be a way to get up to our slime block there. So if I just have a square of sorts, so we'll go 5 by 5, that should be fine. So the first section there is going to be a staircase or a ladder or something. Haven't quite decided yet. And then we're going to leave another gap of 5, and we're going to put pretty much just a butt ton of chests in that section there, and then we'll have a gap of 3, which is where we'll put some furnaces, looms, stone cutters, and basically anything else you'd find in a storage room that isn't a chest. And then we're going to have another gap of 5 to put some more chests if I do happen to need it. Might be going a bit overkill with this, but can't really hurt to have a lot of storage. I'll probably use it at some point or another. And then we're going to finally leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is where we will put our enchanting table. So that fits in quite nicely, honestly, and I think the best way to go about this is doing one section at a time. So I'm going to bring up some more of these pillars and get the general foundations in place, and then we can start here and work our way along one by one. Yeah, I'm not really sure what was going on there either. The witch was trying her hardest to kill the skeleton, but he was having none of it, just straight up ignoring her. She was getting quite annoyed towards the end of it there. You okay, Sting? Doing good, barking away, kind of getting on my nerves a little bit, not gonna lie. So I've been doing a bit of work down here, a bit more than I actually planned to at first. So you can see already the drop is looking a bit nicer, and I should say, if you see a torch, a lever, or a piece of cobblestone, that is just a placeholder for some redstone lamps, so try your best to ignore this here because it's kind of ruining how it looks. I just haven't been to the nether yet to get any glowstone, but we will do that eventually at some point. So I've added in the pillars here, we've done the ceiling. I might have to put some lanterns up here just because it's quite dark. Don't know how well you guys can see, but it's entirely spruce, which I don't mind, I like spruce. And then we've just got some dark oak strip logs on the floor here. Some crafting benches, and then as if I didn't already have enough space for storage, these blocks right here are all barrels, so I'm thinking I might just put my overflow items in here. But the main reason I did this was because it looks nice, but it's also functional, which is another bonus added in there. So yeah, that's what I've done so far. This is the staircase as well, forgot to say that. Looks okay, it's a little weird, but I quite like it in a way. And then round here is actually where I'm going to stick an ender chest, because it's not often I actually need one, so hiding it around the back of the staircase here should be absolutely fine. Man, oh man, that was a lot of wood. 7.5 stacks of logs for the chests alone. I have so many dead trees in my storage room right now, I kind of feel bad a little bit, but yeah, I have plenty of storage down here, more than I will ever need, I think. I didn't originally plan to put some chests along here, but I didn't really know what else to do on the walls, so I thought, why not? It's pretty easy access. I can have all of my important stuff in these sections right here, as I won't really have to walk too far, because walking over to here is such an inconvenience, right? No, so yeah, all of the stuff is in place, all of our chests, and now I've got 2 more sections to do. We've got our furnaces and whatnot going in here, and our enchanting table at the end. But I think we're going to take just a little break. I've had enough down here. I want to go see daylight for a minute. So I think we need to round up some cows, because 1, I need lots of item frames, and 2, we're going to need them for all the bookshelves we're placing down over here. Well, hello there, friend. Are you going to be kind to me when I step outside my door? Because I kind of need to. Hopefully no one's going to blow me up. I'm not really used to having all of these. Oh, I'm going to get a record in a minute. All of these mobs around all the time. It's scaring me. I keep getting blown up. And thankfully the house hasn't been destroyed just yet. I'm sure that time will. Thanks, Skeleton. Thanks a lot. Real good teamwork there. You couldn't even get me a record. You just annoyed the creeper. Okay, I will repair that in a little bit, but for right now we're gonna head over on in this direction because I know of some cows over yonder. Hello, Mr. Cow. I am here to take you and your friend to live a life of the opposite. Oh, that poor squid over there. The opposite of luxury. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're not gonna enjoy where I'm gonna take you. You're gonna be trapped in a fence for the rest of your life, and someday soon slaughtered for your hide. I don't know why I'm telling you this, to be honest. I should probably just say we're going to Disneyland. We're going to Disneyland, cows. Let's go. I have done some calculating and figured out I need around about 2.5 stacks of leather, which is quite a lot considering I only have 2 cows at the moment, 24 wheat seeds planted over there, and no looting swords. So I think what I'm going to do for a little bit whilst I edit one of my Techtopia episodes is just check back on these guys every 5 minutes or so to breed them up, once my wheat has grown, that is. And then if I still haven't got enough after that, I'm just going to go out into the wild and find some more cows to kill. There really should be an easier way to get leather in this game. I am a firm believer, like many others, that you should be able to smelt rotten flesh to get leather. That way you wouldn't have to kill like the whole cow population just to make some item frames, and it would actually give a use to rotten flesh, which would be nice. But yeah, that's the way it is. So I've got some bookshelves and our item frames here ready to go, and I've actually done a little bit of work on the next section. So we've got our furnaces over on the right hand side here, and then over this side is where we've got our loom, cartography table, and at the back there the smithing table and fletching table. They don't currently have a use, but I feel sometime down the line they will, so better to incorporate them whilst I, before I make the whole room and then have to expand it later. And a stone cutter at the front here. So got some armor stands at the back. I will eventually put some armor on, I think, but haven't got any to do that at the moment. And you will also notice some of my custom paintings on the wall here, which I said I was going to show you last episode, but unfortunately I ran out of time. So I think real quick I'm going to briefly hop into a creative test world and just show you all of the texture changes I've made with my pack. I guess let's start here with the smaller paintings. So all of these you can see are actually done by me in Photoshop pixel by pixel. Well, kind of, I painted them in Photoshop. So the smaller ones here are just a bunch of trees, a desert, a mountain range here with the moon in the background, yet another mountain range. This might be a little house in the front. Another mountain in the background with some lavender flowers at the front here, which I think looks quite nice. You guessed it, another mountain landscape here, and then this is some sort of swampland with the sun setting in the background. So that's all the little ones done. Just the sunset over the ocean here, nice beach outside the front. Snowy landscape. This is my rendition of Mount Everest with some blossom trees at the front here. Moraine Lake, and then this is a sword and stone with a fir tree as well. I quite like how this one turned out. I think it's my favorite of all of them, but yeah, really happy with all of these. I know the colors are probably a little bit off. You guys know I'm not too great with my colors, so forgive me for that one. I know there's little things like here I should probably fix up eventually, but for my capabilities, I'm pretty proud of all of them. These are the larger ones, which are actually just screenshots, and there's one photo in the top left over there that have been scaled down. So either photos or screenshots taken by me. Won't tell you what they are, you can probably figure out for yourself. So yeah, there's those. And then over here are all of the block textures I've made changes. So you've seen the 2 chests here, the trap and the oak. trapped and the oak, trapped and the regular chest. So this is just a darkened spruce texture, and this is a darkened oak texture. Over here is actually black stained glass, so I wanted this type of medieval window to be an option for me, but I didn't really want to replace the regular glass with this, so I've done it as black stained glass. So if I do want to use these a bit more fancier glass panes, then I have to pay a little bit more and use some ink sacs or whatever black dye is nowadays to get them, so I think that's a fair trade. Over here are the polished andesite and polished diorite. I would never use the regular polished andesite or diorite in a build, so I thought I'd change them up a little bit here. It's actually just the brick texture, but I've changed the color of them all to make it look like andesite and diorite. So yeah, quite like how they look. Might use them from time to time. And then over here are the dark oak door and trapdoor. Never really liked how the dark oak trapdoors and doors looked. They kind of just look like a piece of chocolate, don't they? So I changed them up. I'll probably use these fairly frequently in the world if it fits. And then over here are some hay bales, which I've ever so slightly lightened just so it's not this glaring yellow and looks kind of fake in a way, so hopefully that looks a little bit more realistic. And then over here is the scaffolding block, which I've ever so slightly darkened just so it's not quite as bright and fits in a bit better with more builds. These oak stairs will eventually be replaced by those scaffolding blocks when we do eventually make the 9,000 block trip out to the jungle. I just haven't really been bothered to do that yet because it's going to take me a very long time, so eventually they will be replaced by scaffolding, which I think will look nicer. But as you can see, I've got all of the item frames in place, all 60 of them placed down, and then I've also done our little enchanting station over here, which, yes, I know I've done too many bookshelves and I don't need all of these up here, but I think it looks pretty cool that way. That's why I've done it. Again, cobblestone will be replaced by a redstone lamp sometime soon in this episode. We've got our anvil and grindstone if I do need it. And then if I want to expand down here any further, which I don't really plan on it because I don't like building underground too much. I used to do it a lot of the time because it was the easiest thing to do, and I want to do more like exterior building rather than just digging a hole and filling in the walls and the roof. So I'm not going to plan on it, but if I do want to expand for something, there's a hole through that painting there which we can go through, yeah, if we decide to do that in the future. Can you guys hear the rain upstairs, by the way? It sounds really, really nice down here. It's kind of dulled out from being underground. It's a bit louder if we go upstairs. I'm still getting the hang of this elevator. I think I might eventually end up taking out those trapdoors here just to make it a bit easier on myself. But yeah, still love the sounds, and that's another texture change I've made, by the way. I've actually decreased the amount of rain particles that fall just so it obscures your guys' vision and mine, I guess, because it actually kind of like kills the resolution on YouTube when there's all that rain. So I've gotten rid of a bunch of it, believe it or not. I know there's still quite a lot falling at the moment, but yeah, it's like 10 times less than it was before. Same goes with the snow. So that's another texture change I've made, as well as the round sun and moon, and a few others that I've probably forgotten, to be honest. I should also say this isn't going to turn into an entire overhaul of the Minecraft textures. I'm just tweaking a few blocks here and there when I want to. There is just one thing we've got left to do down here, really, which is to replace all of our cobblestone with redstone lamps. But I think I'm going to save that for my live stream. Should be quite fun going to the nether, gathering up some glowstone, as well as a few other things I've got planned. So that's what I'm going to do now. My first ever live stream. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite nervous, but also very excited. I hope it goes okay. Well, that was more than okay. It was actually really fun. I seriously enjoyed myself, and I hope all of you did too who showed up. Thank you ever so much for doing so. I really do appreciate it. We streamed for like 3 hours, which was a little more than planned, but we got a lot of stuff done. So we went to the nether, gathered up some glowstone for our redstone lamps, and we also took a trip to the jungle, as you can see from the parrot behind me here, who, by the way, needs a name, so drop them in the comments and we'll pick one out. Did have a couple of suggestions on the stream, but it's the next morning now and I can't remember them. I'm sorry. I was focusing on a lot of things and kind of forgot. But yeah, so we went to the jungle and got some bamboo for some scaffolding, which was a very, very long trip, 9,000 blocks away, but we got there in the end. And I also found a coral reef on the way and got some sea pickles, which is something else I wanted to do. And the other thing we got was we got a horse. We got Onyx out here now. He doesn't have a name tag, but yeah, this guy right here is called Onyx. He is a speed demon. He's not really, he's just kind of fast. He's a good horse. He's a black stallion. He's got some diamond horse armor on now. looking super fancy. So his name is Onyx, after the black mineral slash stone. Don't really know what to call it. I thought it was a pretty sweet name for him though. So yeah, that's pretty much what we did. We also have a wandering trader infestation at the moment. I have done a little bit of enchanting off camera with some pickaxes. Wasn't getting too lucky to begin with here. A lot of efficiencies and break-ins by their own. Then I got a Fortune 2 one, which is pretty good. And then I got a Fortune 3 axe, which is just kind of rubbing salt in the wounds. But we did do this one on stream right at the end. So we got a Fortune 3 pickaxe, which would be really nice for when we go mining. So yeah, super happy about that. And as far as when I'm going to do the next stream, I'm going to do my best to make time for it this weekend, but I'm pretty busy and I don't think I'm going to be able to, but you never know. But if not, I'll try to do one next weekend, but I will be sure to let you know on either my Twitter or Discord, so follow me on those or join the Discord server. That is the best way to know about the live streams, or on Twitch actually, and then you can get notifications for when I go live. Maybe that would be the best one, go right to the source. But anyway, all of the redstone lamps are in place now, and it is looking so much better down here. The wandering trader's actually around somewhere, but I don't know where he's gone. His llamas are up top, so he was walking around here a little minute ago. Yeah, there he is, over here. He's enjoying himself, taking a look around. I don't know if he's going to be a permanent resident. Hopefully not, because he's kind of annoying. But as you can see, we've got our scaffolding now, which looks a lot nicer than the oak stairs, and yeah, all of our redstone lamps. So really happy with how all of this has turned out. I now need to move my stuff in, but I'm just going to do that off camera because it's going to be a long and tedious process. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.